Hello, slow parenting family from across the globe. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Slow Parenting Podcast on Nostalgia Media. My name is Richie Adewusi. Welcome. And we are some minutes behind time. It's becoming like a routine, but it is not. It's not a routine we are interested in technicalities. Um, Sometimes you can't fight technicalities. All of the time, you can't really fight technicalities, but then we would be human, okay? And then take care of things as should be. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining us, and welcome again. We are continuing on our co-parenting series on Slow Parenting Podcast. Today, we're going to be looking at the issue of resolving or managing conflicts in co-parenting relationships. Someone saw a promo that we posted about this program. So what do you mean manage? And there's really no other way to look at it but manage. It doesn't necessarily mean that when you manage things, when you say you're managing things, that it's uh, half measure or it's not enough, or no, it's about making sure that it works, okay? Making sure that things function well, okay? Letting things be in the form, shapes, okay? And relationships that they should be in. When you say manage your time, it doesn't mean you can't have 25 hours in a day. It's still 24. So managing your time means that you are arranging yourself, prioritizing things. So when we say manage conflict situations in co-parenting relationships, we're meaning, putting conflicts to a level or in the forms that they don't negatively impact on the relationship and the end product for the co-parenting relationship. What's the end product? If you've been following us, you will know that our concern on this podcast, in this program, this live stream, is our children. Is our children, okay? So it doesn't mean, we're not saying that parents are not important. Of course, without the parents, there won't be children. So I think that goes without saying. Without parents, there are no children. Okay, so today I'm still being joined by people who are, in the heat of parenting issues, parenting relationship, people who are practitioners, parenting practitioners, let's put it that way, okay? Parenting practitioners who would, be able to share their perspective. They're parenting practitioners because they are parents on their own. They are parenting practitioners because they've also parented, they are still parenting other families, other children, other parents on their own. So I'm going to be introducing first from Malawi again. Today, we have our mommy. Yes, we should say our mommy, okay? Because all of us, we need the women, all of us, the women are our mommies. Whether it's your daughter, whether it's your wife, whether it's your mother, we are children to our women in many ways, okay? So I want to introduce again today Dr. Chikonde Mpokosa. Dr. Mpokosa, I don't think I have ever done her justice when introducing her, okay? So let me try a different shot again today. Dr. Mpokosa has been all over. She's seen it all over Africa, Europe. She's been in situations parenting, special needs children, meaning providing support also for the parents of special needs children from different countries in Africa. I can tell you that. So don't just think, oh, we come on this program, she's speaking from reading from a book. No, no, no. She has, if we didn't think that she's that deep, she won't be here every week. And I'm also saying this for you to have an understanding that we appreciate every single second and minute that she spends to be with us on this program. So Mrs. Yes, Dr. Mrs. I heard now. If I remove the Mrs., you won't be happy, Dr. Pokusa. The Mrs. is very important. So welcome, Dr. Pokusa, on the program today. Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm happy and I'm honored to be here. And you are so kind, Dr. Richie. You are so kind. The introduction, I really appreciate. And I take it is a very important aspect for me to be able to interact with people here on the Slow Parenting, the Universal Parenting Institute. I want to ensure that people are supported and I can offer as much help as I have done. So I have been to countries in Africa, Asia, Europe, America, and I am currently based in Malawi, and I am speaking from Malawi this evening. Good evening, and we will talk much about how do we actually resolve conflicts, but the basis of the understanding of this topic should be there was a point where you had a point of departure, where two people departed, two people differed in their opinions, in their understanding on things, and that difference made people separate, made the two people to separate, made the two people to divorce. So you are already coming from the position of you are not in agreement. You have not agreed. And you are there in that kind of scenario. So we are now asking you to resolve the conflicts. But these conflicts that we are saying they should be resolved are not the conflicts to do with the two of you, because you already arrived at your decision. We are no longer together, separated, divorced. But this resolution, conflict, must be resolved for the sake of the children and to ensure that the children are brought up with both parental perspective, the mother perspective, and the father perspective. So bury your hatchets for the sake of the children. Over
Thank you
to
so
you.
much. Thank you so much, Dr. Chikondi. Now, it's good to say bury the hatchet. Interestingly, before we started this episode today, this particular edition today, I was in a long telephone chat with somebody over the issue of burying the hatchet, and settled because of the children over a family. But conflicts in this case now, should we still really be talking about conflict? Because I know you've already said you've made your decisions and all of that. And then, so what are the things that could now bring conflict in co-parenting relationship, if these people have already said, okay, we have gone our ways, yes, but the children are there, why should they still have conflicts?
Yeah, this is a very good question, a very good and a very significant, pertinent question that we have to be considering this evening. First and foremost, the conflict that separated you, or brought you apart is not the one that we are talking about now. We are talking about conflict that may arise as you are bringing up the children co-parenting. So that could be scheduling conflicts, that there could be a misunderstanding of maybe a career path for the children. The conflicts could arise because of misunderstanding or the misperceptions of why somebody did this or said that with the child or with the children. So all these kind of things, it could be also because the children are preferring one parent over the other. Those could be conflicts that one parent could be finding they are being maybe underrated, or they are being sidelined, or they are being misunderstood, or so the one parent could be soft-handed, or while the other person could be heavy-handed over the discipline of the children. There are so many things. So in order for you to be able to say, we will discipline our children, our children will be able to pursue their careers, our children will be able to have both of the parental, the mother and the father love, and experience the care for both. All these things, for them to happen, they should be happening where there is no conflict. So you have to resolve the scheduling conflicts, resolve them. The misunderstanding, resolve them, so that there is at least peace that is reigning.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chikondi. So if I understand that clearly, we're saying that we're not talking about the personal relationship between the couple or the spouses anymore. We are talking about conflicts that may arise in terms of their relationship in their co-parenting functions and roles. Okay. Let's say, for instance, is John's speech day in school. Okay, and then you had agreed that everybody else, both of you, are going to attend John's speech day in school. Okay, and had agreed to arrive in the school at the same at a particular time. Might not be the same time, but we had agreed. And then let's assume that one person did not arrive at all. Okay, one person was there to attend, hoping that the second partner would also attend as had been agreed. Okay, because I heard when you said scheduling conflict. Would that qualify as a scheduling conflict, Dr. Chikondi?
No, I don't think it is a scheduling conflict, that one. That one would be a timekeeping conflict. Because
is it a difference between scheduling and timekeeping?
There is a difference, because they already agreed they will meet. That means when they agreed, somebody agreed to shift their things that were their business that they were supposed to be undertaking. That person also doing, but some of it could be that some of one of the parents has had timekeeping issues. That's not a scheduling issue, because a scheduling issue, you can have a crash to say you, instead of going to the child's school or arriving at what, you are found, you have gone to another important business closing deal contract meeting, for example. That's a scheduling crash, and that is keeping time. You don't always keep time. Even maybe that could be one of the reasons why you two are separated, because one person, when it comes to let's go somewhere, you have to go sit in the car, wait a couple, of course, and they're dragging their feet to come. That is not a scheduling conflict. That is poor time management, and that bad habit that you now, if you know your partner is already somebody that doesn't keep time, you will have to now know this one is already a bad timekeeper. Now, there is a possibility the person will arrive late. There are ways you can sort out. It's either you tell them that we meet 30 minutes before the event begins at that school. If you tell the person who is normally 30 minutes late to say, oh, the meeting starts at 10, so we should meet at 9:45, you will know that they will arrive 10:15. They're always 30 minutes late to every agreement, or so that we should be considered. It is a source of conflict, but it is not a scheduling conflict. It is a bad habit, bad timekeeping habit, which the other person may not even change. So you are the one to be looking at, how do I accommodate my partner who is always late to church? They are late to church. They are late to dinners. They are late to conferences. They are late. They're late. Even to their own work, they are late.
Okay, Dr. Chikandi. Now, yeah, you've already given a suggestion as to what could be done to manage even that late timekeeping conflict, okay? If it is a 1 p.m. event, agree to arrive at 12:30 p.m. noon, okay? 12:30, so that knowing that whatever happens, latest for one person will be there. So you've given that suggestion too. Now, but I'm curious about something. Now, going from even your contribution earlier, you said, but you already know this person has a problem with time management. Okay? Should there still be an issue when there's no, well, relationship, as in you kept me waiting, is your, when it was two of them, maybe it's an issue. But right now, you already know, like you said, it might actually be one of the reasons why they broke up. Should they still be causing a conflict from any of them?
My question too, I don't think it should be a problem. And I would start from a bit behind and say, why would you be agreeing to say we should both arrive at the same time? Then it is no longer news that you are no longer together. there is no need to be keeping face that you are together. So you will say the event is starting at 1 o'clock. If we are to go there inside together, maybe we should arrive at 12:30. But if the other person is not arrived by 12:30 and it's time to take your seats, go take your seat. If the other person comes, if they don't come, it is their child anyway. If they come and they come late, it is them that will show that they are late anyway. So I think the most important thing is throw in the towel, let it flow, leave them. You can't change them. If you could and do it very well, and don't
that takes
push.
me to my
Recording in progress.
makes it how do we manage the child or the children in the face of, we know that this could be an issue, okay? Would it be like, well, you know, your mother, she's never on time, or you know, your father, he's never on time, or what? How do we manage? Remember, it's all about the children here, okay? The event is the child's event, and the children or the child will be happy to see both of you, even if you didn't arrive at the same time. He looks and sees, oh, that person is there, is happy. He looks and says, now, the person that shows up, that is there, how does that, managing that potential situation, how should it be managed concerning the child or the children? Is it until it has happened, or to prepare the child's mind beforehand?
I would say you do your part. And the only thing you can before she told me she is coming. So let's go find the seat. She will join us when they arrive. That's it. You are not saying anything. This one, you know your mom, or you know your dad is always late. So don't definitely come, but they are always late, you know this one. So you should, no, you don't have to be bad-mouthing your ex-partner. Don't bad. They still are the mother of the child that you love. So you want to maintain their image. For sure, the other parent is also trying. They need time management. So for this particular reason, for my daughter, my son, to perform very well, he needs or she needs me. So I have to be there on time. So give them the space to be managing their time. The management of their time, and you are not going to be managing their emotions or managing the emotions of the child on their behalf. No, I am here, your mom, I've showed up. We had a conversation with your dad, or we had a conversation with your mom, and he said that they will be showing up. So you for sure you will see them show up. When it comes to the point that they have the event is completely done and they didn't show up, you still are managing your side of the relationship with this child. Okay, I'm sure maybe something came up, but he or she promised me she was gonna be here. So I will say I'm sorry that she or he didn't turn up, but I'm sure he will be able, or she will be able to let you know why they didn't turn up. Now, that is where you would be having a conflict. because you will say, you don't want to make me look like I'm bribing the child to say you will come, when you know actually you were not going to turn up.
Okay. That's for two of you later, not with the child.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. I get that. Okay. Now let's move away from the time management thing a little bit. Let's look at, I want John to study engineering. Okay. I want John to study engineering. John says he wants to study music. But what is wrong
And
with...
the mother wants John to study medicine.
Okay. The mother might not even want John to study medicine. The mother might be like, what is wrong with music? You understand? So it now looks like the mother is backing John, okay, to study music against the father's, I want John to study engineering. Now, I know this might sound strange to some people listening to us, but this is actually a real scenario that happens, that plays out in families for real, whether co-parenting or everybody is in one place. It's still co-parenting, because this one now you are talking about choices now, okay? It becomes more contextual. I mean, more conflicting when people are not together, okay? It might look like you're picking the child's side by saying, what is wrong with music? Does it?
It might be, but there is a way to manage this kind of conflict, because you can already see that from where I sit, I see nothing wrong with the music career for our son. So you don't voice that. Let it be very clear that the one who is voicing the choice of the career is already wrong. You guide your children that they should be people that will contribute meaningfully to the society, meaningfully to the nation, meaningful to the global village. You bring them up. Now, their meaningful contribution must be in the area that they themselves will feel comfortable doing. I will be saying, if my parents were saying, you must do this kind of a course, where are they now? That I'm living my life. Where are they? The best thing they gave me is that you should be educated to the level that you want to be educated. You want to get to a doctorate, get to there. Whichever course that you are going to study, get and do your doctorate. Now, we shouldn't be saying, I want my son in this area, that area. Your son and your daughter will be in your house for until as long as it is physically possible. Thereafter, they will go and live their life. Give them life skills that they will survive even in your absence. It is no good use for them to go and study a course which after leaving your house, they will ditch and start studying again for the course that they like. So in a kind of, in your parenting, you are allowed to say, I wish any of my children was able to be a lawyer. But whoever feels that they can do law, maybe they should. But if there is no one among us, you, my 4 children, that can be a lawyer, that is also fine. I won't kill myself.
Okay.
But at least I would like you to have a degree as a minimum.
Okay.
So they give them leeway, but also guide them properly according to their evolving capacities. And do not be the person that would stand in the way of their choice and their reality, practical life. You as a parent, whether co-parenting or not, must not be even just, my child is saying this, my husband is saying this. Therefore, I don't see anything wrong with this. No, you are also not being emotionally intelligent. Be emotionally intelligent, because some of the things that your parent or partner is saying could actually be helpful, but work towards guiding, advising. Advice is there to be taken or left, but directive, it is something that it has to be
Followed.
done. So,
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Chikondi. Well, since we're discussing conflict here in co-parenting, that's why we brought up the issue of, the mother says this, the child says this, the mother was like, okay, what about? So it now looks like, okay, I understand, we get your point about don't railroad the children into doing particular things. Instead, let them, have a broad canvas on which they could paint, what they like. Just provide them the brush, the paint, the canvas, and say, okay, well, go ahead and paint. Now, but when you are not looking at there's already an issue, people have separated. That child is with one of the parents, okay? And that parent is feeling that this child is insisting, this is what I'm going to do because you are the one who puts. I think that's where the issue of is a conflict comes in. The scenario you painted is more like, okay, everybody's in one place. Let's all, leave the children, but people are apart. You might have been singing the engineering song for long. Everybody knows you want the child to, but now you have separated. You keep on singing that song. I get you. Dr. Chikonde is saying, give the children the canvas, the paint, the brush, and even the scalpel and the towels with which to clean up the portion of canvas they must have tried to mess up initially. Okay, we're going to take a pause here and play you the video, okay, that we've produced for today's program. When we return, there's a lot of questions here already. I want us to really be able to take all the questions today, so we don't leave anyone unattended to. Last episode, we left quite a number of questions not attended to. So we're going to take a break here now to play you a video on handling or managing conflicts in co-parenting relationship. Okay, please don't go away. Stay with us. Thank you. Hi guys.
Conflict is a natural part of co-parenting, especially after separation or divorce. Differences in routines, expectations, and parenting decisions can easily lead to disagreements. While conflict itself is unavoidable, the way it is handled has a lasting impact on children and young people. When conflict is poorly managed, your children and young people may feel anxious, unstable, or caught between parents. They may begin to internalize tension or feel responsible for the disagreements they witness. However, when co-parents handle conflicts with care, intention, and respect, children experience reassurance and emotional safety. They learn that cooperation is still possible, even in the presence of disagreement. In this video, we explore practical strategies for managing conflicts peacefully and constructively, helping co-parents focus on solutions while keeping children's well-being at the center of every discussion and decision. Before we continue, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you can follow the full co-parenting series on the #SlowParenting podcast. Each video provides parents with actionable guidance to create a stable, supportive environment for your children and young people. As Dr. Richie Adewusi says in his book, Effective Co-Parenting: Strategies for Success, you choose to agree to disagree. Disagreement itself is not the problem. What matters is how co-parents manage those differences while staying focused on their children's needs. Here are 5 strategies co-parents could find key to handling conflicts effectively. 1. Approach conflicts with a problem-solving mindset. Rather than focusing on blame or past mistakes, co-parents should approach conflicts with the goal of finding solutions. Asking what decision best serves the children helps shift conversations from confrontation to collaboration. 2. Practice active listening. Active listening requires truly hearing the other parent's perspective without interruption or defensiveness. Clarifying and reflecting what has been said reduces misunderstandings and promotes mutual respect, even when agreement is not reached. 3. Use empathy to build understanding. Empathy allows co-parents to acknowledge each other's feelings and viewpoints. For example, parents may disagree about arrival times for a school event, but agreeing that both should attend reinforces cooperation and reassures the child. 4. Communicate constructively during disagreements. Healthy communication involves expressing thoughts and feelings respectfully. Using I statements, avoiding criticism, and focusing on solutions rather than faults keeps discussions productive and reduces emotional escalation. 5. Negotiate with flexibility and intention. Negotiation is essential in co-parenting. Being open to compromise and creative solutions allows both parents to remain involved while prioritizing the child's happiness and emotional security. Managing conflicts intentionally strengthens the co-parenting relationship and helps children feel safe and supported. When disagreements are handled with listening, empathy, and cooperation, conflict becomes an opportunity for growth rather than division. Children also learn valuable life skills through what they observe. Seeing parents manage conflicts peacefully teaches patience, understanding, and healthy problem solving, reinforcing trust even after separation. Thank you for watching. If this video is helpful, please like and share it, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Share it with other parents who may benefit, and stay connected with the #SlowParenting podcast. You can also watch our full live streams on this topic, now available on the #SlowParenting podcast YouTube channel. Please, subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next conversations in this series.
You guys on YouTube, thank you so much for staying with us, and thank you for watching the video. You can always download the video. You can always share. If you know any parent or any families that are having the challenges as we have been discussing here or as outlined in the video, you could send them the video. It could help. Okay. Where these days, because of social media, we're used to sending, we find something of interest, something that makes us laugh, or, we send to our friends. So if you find this video interesting or useful for you, you might have somebody that you say, oh, this should make sense for. Thank you for sharing it. Okay. Now we are going to take some questions. We're going to take the questions. I'm not going to say some because we're not going to leave anyone unattended to today, okay? The first community member here says, what should co-parents aim to do first? Prevent conflict or manage their responses to it? Dr. Chikondi. Dr. Chikondi, are you with us? He said, what should parents do first? You are muted. You are muted. Okay, yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
He says, what should co-parents aim to do first? Prevent conflict or manage their response to it? That's manage their response to conflict. Which one should come first?
I think it is situational.
Okay.
Where you can see the conflict eschewing, if you can avoid it first. And where you didn't see it coming, because there are certain conflicts that you can't see it coming, that this is going to be a source of conflict you didn't even anticipate. For that conflict, you manage it.
Okay.
So those two strategies you apply them situationally. You take situation by situation.
Okay.
Analyze your situation and see, this one, the way I know this person from where we have come, and I know that this is going to lead into a conflict. Avoid.
Thank you so much.
Then where it has already, so yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chikondi. The second community member here says, the second question I have here said, what are some practices that could help co-parents regulate their emotions during disagreements? What are some practices that could help co-parents regulate their emotions during, well, maybe manage, how they express themselves, or maybe something like that?
Yeah. I would say listen to understand. Why is this person saying this? Don't just listen to respond, to say, okay, he has started, or she has started, she's on that journey again. I must cut her quick, or I must cut him quick. We mustn't get to, Sometimes there is a genuine concern behind where the other person is coming from. So listen to understand. And then there is the other thing that people want to cut each other before the other person finishes his. Oh, no, I know what you want to say about this. No, you don't. You don't until you listen to the end of what point the other person is bringing. Peradventure, the person has actually changed. So you can't be assuming the way they were handling things 2 years ago, they are still handling them this same way. No. After you separated, after you divorced, they had to sit down and think, actually, if I had just adjusted here and there, maybe things wouldn't have been this way. But you can't be assuming that they are still where you left them. If you have progressed, they also have progressed. And everyone has a time to reflect. So don't assume your co-parent is still in their old shoes. They have outgrown them. They are putting on new shoes. Wait a minute, they should tell you where it is pinching before you respond to the issue. So managing the conflict involves you listening to understand.
Okay, okay, Dr. Chikondi. Go ahead. What if I'm listening, okay? And this person you say people move on. Somebody has moved on. Somebody could have changed. And the person listening knows that the person talking can talk till next year. Okay? And at the moment, that talkativeness continues, but you are listening. You are waiting for that punchline that, to really get to, and that doesn't happen, and this other person listening now, that has been his or her trigger from time, that he just talks and he doesn't want somebody else to talk. How would the person listening, how should he respond?
There are so many ways. You don't always have to have face-to-face conversation.
Okay.
Text. I mean, we are lucky we have technology these days. Text. Okay. I think I'm running out of time. But we can continue this conversation. We can text about it until we get to a solution. And also, you understand the person, she or he will not give you a chance to talk. That's where you will say, okay, I have heard you. I will send you some of the things that I would have thought about what you have said, maybe on a text.
No. I want a response now. I want to hear what you're saying now.
You are no longer entitled to that kind of immediate, because you are no longer together. So you are paced enough to say, excuse me, I have other things now that I have to attend to. I will respond to you, but it's not now. And you no longer have that kind of authority over me.
Oh, the person should say that. That could cause another.
You should be able to bring reality to them and say, excuse me, let us remember we are no longer together. Therefore, you don't have that kind of authority over me. The business
Wouldn't that start another conflict? Wouldn't that start another issue?
No. The business that we have here, that we are discussing is this child. This child. Okay? This child. And this issue about this child has been there. It will continue to be there. It will not rot if we miss an hour or two. It is not a matter of life and death. Like you are discussing somebody's career, the discussion can still go on. The application to the university will be open for another 6 months. You will start the conversation at 6 months early, so that as you know that you will be meeting this kind of hurdles, you will be going until when you say we can no longer continue just having the same conversation. There must be a cut-off point. Okay. Say your point, I will say my point, and then we see what should happen.
Okay, thank you. I have another one. He says, when separated parents want to get back together, what is the best way to let the children know about it?
What is the best way to let the children know about it? You think like the children wouldn't notice that you want to get back together.
But I mean, I think the person...
I am saying, okay.
Whoever asked the question, well, is listening.
Go ahead.
I said, whoever asked this question is listening. Well, okay. How would you get the children to know, okay, your mom wants to get back or your dad wants to get back? How would you say? You are saying that the children already know.
When you are separating, by the time you say, oh, let us tell the children, do you think the children wouldn't have known? They already come to you and here, Daddy, are you really going to divorce mom? Or mom, are you really going to divorce dad? They already would be asking those questions. The children it is natural within them to know daddy and mom are at good talking terms or they are at bad talking terms. So for me, I would say work on the relationship. When you know you are ready, if they already knew, it's fine. When you don't have to be saying now we should craft it, when we tell the children, no, these things will work naturally. The children will be noticing daddy or mommy is coming here frequently. There should be something. And now they are no longer raised voices, they are whispers. The children will notice these things. Before, when you are separating, the voices were louder and you were almost shouting because the distance, even though you are seated close together, but the distance emotionally was far apart. That's why you were shouting, isn't it? Now that you are even on the phone, if you are speaking on the phone, they will hear the tone, the way you are speaking, they will know there is something that is going on. Pick your time and just choose and tell the children the way you would want to tell anybody. Just pick your time. The children, in fact, the children are waiting for you to come back together. Most children are waiting for you to come back together. So that is good news for them.
Okay. So here, another one here is, when conflicts are becoming too frequent and it's affecting the children, should co-parents cease communication for a while?
I would say not ceasing per se, but change the mode of communication. So if you are talking on the phone quite often, write messages. And you, as we talked about communication in the series or around communication for co-parenting, we talked about setting the boundaries, putting time, allowing each other to say, if you have to text me, it is between this time and this time, and put those boundaries again back together, put them back. And also, no, we are no longer together. Let's understand this. No emotional things. This is a business transaction. We are doing this for the sake of the children. So if you think, oh, you are talking too much on the phone and you are shouting at each other on the phone or visiting each other and all this kind of thing, drop it a notch down to messages on, not even V notes,
Okay.
voice notes or video notes.
Yes.
It's just the real typed messages.
Okay.
Drop a notch down. Don't cut communication completely. Drop it down a notch, and you remove the emojis, emotions a lot more.
Okay. Maybe the last question here is really something. He says, in a situation where one parent is not interested in being involved in raising the children at all after separation, what does the other parent do? Sorry. Did you get that, Dr. Chikondi?
No, I didn't get that. I didn't.
Sorry, he says, in a situation where one parent is not interested in being involved with raising the children at all after separation, what does the other parent do? I mean, the one that is left with the children.
Yeah. I would say that if the person is not interested in the children,
recording stopped.
After the separation or after
recording
the
in progress.
I will I'll say there is a serious issue there with that parent that has decided, I don't have anything to do with the children again. There is a serious, because every parent will love their children. Male, father or mother, they will love their children. Now, if the parent, one parent decides that they no longer love their children, there isn't much you can do, and you don't need to force them. You don't need to force them. But I will be really surprised to say, why would a parent stop loving their children? There is nowhere a parent, male or female, will stop loving their child. So it is something that you must be involving a third party to find out what is actually going on.
Okay.
Involve third party for you for this kind of a situation. It is not normal.
It's not normal. Okay.
Yeah, it's not normal.
I said the other question was the last one. So another one just dropped in. It says here, when the mode of, I think it's from the response we gave earlier on about the mode of communication. This is a follow-up, I think. It said, when the mode of communication is changed while managing conflict, but one partner keeps looking for excuses for disagreement, what should be the next step to be taken?
The next step to be taken is involve the third party. Involve a third party. And for me, the most important thing for them to consider is, what is this issue that they want to be resolved? What is that issue that they must have this conversation, keep going, keep going? Is it about a career? Is it about a healthy situation of a child? Is it about the financial maintenance situation? What is it about? Because sometimes another parent wants to just keep talking for the fact that they want to still have your company.
Wow.
So you have to be looking at saying, this kind of persistence of wanting to talk, I think I have said my own. I have given the other person my side of view about this issue. Why do they want to still think there is need for us to keep communicating on the same issue? So if you can't get around to understanding why, then involve a third party. Maybe I don't just understand. Maybe a certain person will understand and tell me, decode these messages. What do they actually mean?
Okay. Okay. That's a good one, because again, you know, that whole bit of maybe this person is just lonely, just wants somebody to talk to, and he just keeps wanting to, using the excuse of the child, wanting to make some more conversation and say, okay, we have not really finished this issue. We still need to talk about it, but we are like, look, we have, okay, involve a third party. So, Dr. Chikone, we are so honored and grateful for your perspectives on this issue. We thank you for those wonderful, you know, advice, counsel, perspectives on what could be done in issues of conflict around the specific issue areas. And I want to believe that the community members who have sent in these questions have something to go back to work with. So thank you so much, ma'am. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. We look forward to having you with us again on the next podcast next Wednesday. And by the way, next Wednesday is going to be a very special one. You know, we've been talking about do this with the children, do that with the children. If they have separated and gone away, we're going to have somebody join us, some people join us next week that are the people who are in the heat of to speak from their experience. We're not going to be talking third party to say, well, if it's like a what I did or what we did, concerning specific situations. Because next episode, we're going to be looking at tools for managing co-parenting relationships. Okay, so we look forward to seeing you. Please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, we encourage you, we enjoin you to please subscribe to support us, to encourage us, and keep your questions coming even when we are not on the live stream. At any of our social media handles, you can leave your questions. You can be sure we will respond. Even if you send us your questions by email, we will respond. Okay, we thank you for being here with us. It's always the same time every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US and Canada, and 7 p.m. West Africa time, including Nigeria. All of our other followers who are joining us from other parts of the world, please use those two time zones to be able to calculate your own time zone. Like Dr. Chikondi is not in any of those two time zones. So she had to find the right one and join us. And she was here even before we came online. She wasn't late. We were the ones who are late. So we apologize to her and we apologize to the rest of you. My name is still Richie Adewusi. We look forward to having you again. Please don't forget to go to our YouTube, the YouTube channel to, check in on other videos in other episodes that you find useful and share generously. Okay, don't be stingy with the videos. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.